Tonight, MP Taylor Bachrach has called out the federal Minister of Transport for failing to hold airlines accountable. Plus, the Bear Advisory Committee will be presenting a number of recommendations to Prince George City Council about how to deal with urban bears. And the T-Wolves and the Spruce Kings are teaming up this weekend to support each other's programs. Good evening, folks. I'm Eddie Huband, and welcome to CKPG News. Our top story tonight, Northern BC MP Taylor Bachrach has called out the federal Minister of Transport for failing to hold Canadian Airlines accountable. Adam Burles brings us tonight's top story.
In the House of Commons on Tuesday, MP for Skeena-Bulkley Valley Taylor Bachrach called out the Federal Minister of Transport, Anita Anand, for failing to hold Canadian Airlines accountable regarding mistreatment of passengers with disabilities.
One even had to drag themselves off a plane by their arms. And this government's response, wait for it, the minister held a summit with plenty of nice words and zero action. Why is it that the Americans get a Secretary of Transport that stands up for passengers, while here in Canada we get ministers of transport that continually cave to the big airlines? Hear, hear.
And here was the minister's response.
I'm standing up in this House today after meeting with our government's Chief Accessibility Officer to definitively emphasize how important passenger safety and accessibility is for this government. And I will repeat that over and over again in this House and outside of this House. There is nothing more important than non-discrimination and more accessibility and safety for our air passengers.
Bachrach says that the minister's response leaves doubt as to whether the Liberals are actually committed to this issue.
I think it really calls into question whether this federal government is committed to the kinds of changes that are needed. In the minister's response, which I found wholly lacking, she didn't point to a single action that the government's taken.
One witness to the Federal Transport Committee said that the problems are so immense within Canada's airline industry that he dreads entering Canadian airspace.
I would challenge the minister to point to a single action that her government has taken in the wake of these stories that we've been seeing in the news. And to be clear, the recommendations that we've brought forward, these aren't our ideas. These are the ideas coming from Canada's leading disability advocates, many of whom have personally had really difficult experiences traveling.
Adam Burles, CKPG News.
The Bear Awareness Advisory Committee is bringing forward a report to Council next Monday, highlighting a number of recommendations, including a new bear-resistant garbage bin pilot project. Adam Burles reporting once more.
In July 2024, City Council established a limited-duration advisory committee on bear awareness with the purpose of returning to Council with recommendations to increase bear-proofing and reduce bear attractants throughout Prince George, to minimize human-bear conflicts in the community, and to promote public safety and bear safety. A number of recommendations have now been put forward in a draft report for City Council on Monday. One recommendation is to establish a city staff position with a focus on sustainable waste management that includes achieving provincial Bear Smart status and reducing human-wildlife conflict. Another one includes to establish a bear-aware technical committee, as well as a new bear-resistant garbage bin pilot project. The pilot project would be only for 2 years, and City administration would return a report to Council 2 months after the conclusion of the pilot project, advising on the results and budget implications for implementing bear-resistant bins citywide, with a priority rollout on high bear conflict areas. Council will receive these recommendations in a report at the November 4th Council meeting. Adam Burles, CKPG News.
The Combined Forces Special Enforcement Unit of BC needs your help locating 8 people wanted in response to a drug trafficking network in the Peace. The CFSEU's drug investigation began back in June 2022 with the goal of targeting people who were believed to be involved in drug trafficking and violent activity. Arrest warrants were issued for 19 people charged with drug offenses, with 11 people arrested, 2 of which remain in custody. The remaining 8 people are still wanted, and they are on your screen currently. If you know who any of these people are, you're asked to call police. A special first-time event is underway at UNBC this evening. It's a chance for those thinking of a career in a number of healthcare disciplines, everything from nursing to social work to psychology. And these are all disciplines in high demand these days.
We're finding that, in their fields, it's very stressful. It can be very stressful. But, you know, our job as educators is to promote health and wellness, or health and healing and wellness. Because we're firm believers that, you know, if the individual is healthy, then the succession will come out of their students, you know, when they're taking the courses. And they learn, because this is not a, you know, you can't get away from the stress level that happens, that occurs in these professions, and we're a professional body.
Miracle Theatre is at it again. Today they announced the newest set of productions and who'd be the recipient of the money raised. And there's a specific goal for fundraising this year. Here's Cheryl Jan with more.
With much pomp and ceremony, Miracle Theatre has announced its newest recipient of funds from its annual play. Well, in this case, plays. Yep, you heard it. 2 of them. It's in honor of the organization's 30th anniversary in Prince George. This year, the recipient is the Council of Seniors, and here's the plan.
1. Create an endowment with the Prince George Community Foundation. 2. Declare it as the Prince George Seniors Emergency Fund. 3. Mandate that all the investment and interest earnings from the endowment emergency fund shall each and every year be forwarded to the Council of Seniors to aid the elderly of Prince George who are in precarious circumstances.
There have been a number of beneficiaries of Miracle Theatre's generosity. Some of them include the Salvation Army at just over $40,000, the United Way at just over $50,000, and most recently, wildfire fighting equipment for a wildfire structural protection unit at $180,000. That's over $850,000 raised to date, and so the goal this year is to top the $1 million mark. And the choice for this year's recipients, the Council of Seniors, has a backstory, one after the other, the stories of seniors facing hardship.
95-year-old James Kalina was evicted from Sunnyside Manor Independent Living Residence for Seniors. James had exhausted his life savings and used up loans of $25,000. He was evicted on September 30th and dropped off at the emergency department.
And another.
Then they put the rent out. She couldn't manage any longer. She got evicted. So she went to the shelter. No room. The shelter put her onto a couple of other agencies. She went to this one agency and they said, "We think we can help you." Well, sort of. They gave her a tent.
There will be 2 plays this year. The first is Lunenburg, and the second is Here on the Flight Path, both by renowned Canadian playwright Norm Foster. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.
The lowest gas price in Prince George is currently sitting at $1.49.9 per litre at Costco. That also happens to be the lowest price in the province right now. Manitoba has the lowest fuel prices on average in the country at $1.26.1 per litre, while BC has an average price of $1.65.9 per litre.
CKPG Sports is delivered by Domino's. Join the Domino's Lunch Club with 25% off all regular price pizzas every day. Visit dominos.ca to join the club.
This weekend is big for local sports. The UNBC basketball teams will be in attendance for Saturday night's Spruce Kings game, while the Kings will be out for the T-Wolves home opener on Sunday. Jane DeMello has more.
As the Spruce Kings kick off a 4-game homestand, they'll have some extra support from the UNBC Hoops athletes in their second game against the Victoria Grizzlies.
It's going to be a lot of fun to bring, both organizations together and, really see the athletes supporting athletes movement. We look forward to welcoming, not only the sports teams, but the entire UNBC community starting this weekend and moving throughout the season.
Players both on the ice and the hard court are looking forward to an exciting weekend in PG.
It's awesome. I think it just creates a great energy at either game that you're going to. I think it's great that we're supporting each other, and it just creates a great community environment.
It's good for the Spruce Kings and the UNBC athletes to support each other and create a strong community for years to come.
Not only are they pumped up for the extra support, but the Spruce Kings are no strangers to basketball.
The boys on the team love basketball, so it would be nice to get out and watch a game. We love playing basketball. We love playing NBA 2K every night, so yeah, we love it.
While they love the game, there's definitely some opposing opinions on who's the most skilled on the court.
Me, for sure. Like, I'm a hooper.
Trent's not the most, like I would say, coordinated kid, so he's not great with the ball in his hands.
It's not just the Kings that are confident with their skills on the court, but some T-Wolves also have some history on the ice.
I played Bantam AAA hockey and Pee Wee AAA hockey all the way up, and then I had to quit. Well, not quit, but I had to change my focus to basketball in high school, so I wasn't able to continue playing hockey.
UNBC will wrap up the weekend with their home openers against the TRU Wolfpack.
We're excited to have everyone out. I think the tailgate will be really great just to have just a lot of energy in the building, and we're just excited to get some dubs this weekend.
Jaden Mello, CKPG News.
The TSX is down 55 points to close at 24,508. The Dow Jones is down 92 points to close at 42,142. And CN Rail went down 84 cents to close at $152.72.
Good evening again. We are looking at showers carrying us through most of the evening and overnight tonight as well. Lightening up a little bit before morning. We have fog developing as well tonight. So after that, though, a pretty nice looking Thursday ahead. Satellite map as we take you back. Again, a mainly cloudy day today, but it's this frontal system that's really creating all the instability in many areas, including for us. So here's the future cast. Again, that chance of precipitation and not only showers, but also a wintry mix or even some flurries or accumulations in some areas like Burns Lake. Seeing that is what we're going to carry on with going into tonight. But tomorrow, if you're looking ahead to Halloween, it looks like it's going to be nice and dry, carry right into the evening. All the trick-or-treaters will be happy that they don't have to bring a raincoat, although it will be quite cool out there, so might want to bundle up underneath that costume. 6 degrees for Prince George, that's where we'll sit. -1 at Fort St. John. It is cooler, but lots of bright sky in our region of the province. Down through the southern half, a little cloudier and unsettled. Again, lots of showers expected today, but tomorrow, most of the province should remain dry. We're showing some showers here, but I think maybe that'll be later into the evening for a lot of the south coast, so hopefully the trick-or-treaters there don't have to have those umbrellas and raincoats out. 4 degrees Burns Lake. We're looking at fog tonight. That will be the case tomorrow as well for some of the day. 6 degrees Vanderhoof. Beautiful skies right up in Fort St. James. Mackenzie as well. Quesnel sitting at 8 under sunshine. +1 Edmonton really cooling down. 8 in Regina. 5 in Winnipeg. But look at the temperatures as we get into the eastern half of the country. 23 in Montreal. A nice dry Halloween for you. It will be a little unsettled down through Toronto, but still a great temperature. 21, mild in Halifax, 17, and sunny sky for you. Sun and then flurries is what we're looking at for the weekend. So I mentioned earlier in the show that the shift in our pattern will really be Saturday night, although temperatures will struggle to get up there for Saturday day as well. We might be hovering around freezing for daytime highs. Saturday night, though, is when we've got another system approaching. So that's going to bring a lot actually of precipitation across the region. And you'll see here Burns Lake will have some of that into Sunday, a little bit of snow, and Monday as well. But even today and tonight, yes, it's been unsettled there with some of that white stuff falling. Tomorrow you'll get a break, though, a drier day ahead. Mackenzie -2, overcast skies, partly sunshine tomorrow at +4. Beautiful day ahead for you. 3 degrees on Friday, so colder, especially in the morning, so some of that could be a little bit it could be icy out there in the morning. Increasing cloud as we get through the day on Saturday night into Sunday, Monday is when you'll see another wave of moisture. McBride -4 tonight, cloud cover expected, mostly cloudy and a few sunny breaks tomorrow. Sunshine and nothing but sunshine on Friday, which is great, and then a real change just in time for the weekend. Quesnel down to -1 tonight, up to 8 tomorrow though. Sun cloud mix for your Halloween. Cloudier skies Friday. Friday, lots of instability for the weekend, and we'll hang on to sunshine for the next few days, which is great. Colder tonight, though, down to -2, still dipping below freezing. That's kind of where we'll remain now and where we have been, and we're looking at that chance of showers carrying us right through most of the evening. Sun cloud mix tomorrow, which is great. Even Friday, we might have a few sunny breaks in there. Highs of 6 for our Halloween, +2 Saturday. So that's where we'll see the temperatures drop. We'll get to anywhere from 0 to +2 for our daytime high. Saturday night into Sunday, Monday is when we'll have a lot more precipitation.
CKPG Sports is delivered by Domino's. Join the Domino's Lunch Club with 25% off all regular price pizzas every day. Visit domino's.ca to join the club.
The Prince George Cougars wrapped up a 3-game homestand last night with Braden Yeager and the reigning WHL champs, the Moose Jaw Warriors, in town. And the Cats offense led the way once again, finding the back of the net 4 times, defeating the Warriors 4-1. Cohen Zemer opened the scoring just over 5 minutes into the game after a fluky Moose Jaw tally tied it. Jet Lajoie put them back on top earlier in the third. Tarek Parasak iced the game with a rocket one-timer off a nice Boreavalis feed, and then he potted his second of the game with a shorthanded empty net marker to close things out. The Cougars are back on the ice this Friday in Kamloops against the Blazers. Tonight's CKP3 showcases a beautiful finish in Serie A. Ovi inching a couple steps closer to the Great One, and the Yanks coming up big with their backs against the wall in the World Series.
Napoli have been one of the hottest teams in Europe this season, and yesterday against AC Milan was no different.
Kvaratskhelia now. Still, Kvicha, Kvaratskhelia! Kvaratskhelia rested on Saturday, fresh this evening.
While Kvaratskhelia may be the best Georgian player of all time, Alex Ovechkin is definitely the greatest Russian hockey player of all time, and he's still showing why at 39 years old.
And Ovechkin gets a return, wrist shot, score! Alex Ovechkin, goal number 856. Protas gets free, score! Again, the grade A, he's got a pair!
Ovi's 2-goal night puts him just 38 back of Gretzky's all-time goal record. The all-time leaders in World Series wins, the New York Yankees, need a miracle to come back from 3-0 down, and it all starts with a win in Game 4.
New York Kid, bases loaded, 2 out. Cranks the ball, deep left field, Volpe with redemption!
Anthony Volpe's grand slam brought the winning run across home plate to grab their first victory of the series and force a Game 5 against the Dodgers to wrap up tonight's CKP3.
Hello from the CKPG Today's side. Reminder, one more sleep till Halloween. How exciting. We're going to have a special show for you on the Halloween side over here. Fun side of the studio. We got fun today. First time author on the show, a little previous studio fair, and so much more. But it's also a fun side on the other side of the studio too, because it's a special farewell moment. More on that. I think I'm just going to go over there. I want to join you. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I had to come over here, Eddie, because it's not every day that we get to say goodbye to a familiar face here on CKPG.
That's right. That was good, Caden. I like that.
You like that?
Yes, folks. I will be moving on from CKPG starting tomorrow. I guess I will be moving on with my career to City News Winnipeg to become a video journalist over there. It's a move that took a lot of. It was a tough decision, but I have a lot of family in Winnipeg, and nice next step sort of for my career. So ultimately, I made that decision. But definitely mixed feelings, bittersweet to be leaving CKPG.
Yeah, it's been fun. Reported under you as a reporter to start.
That's right. That's right.
And then went to the Today Show side.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Over that time, I think we compiled a lot of funny moments of you.
Absolutely. Sometimes
2 years?
I think we're too good at the bit. We've had some people call in, write in, and say, "Do you guys hate each other?" We're like, no. We're good friends. It's just all having a little bit of fun. But yeah, it's been lovely working with you, man. And I really appreciate everything you've done to that show. I mean, it's been.
Hey. So hold on right there.
Okay.
You're going to appreciate this.
Oh, no.
Let's roll the tape.
Oh, goodness. Good evening. I'm Eddie Huband, and welcome to CKPG News. We're back after a short break here on Entertainment Spotlight. Even the greats need a day off once in a while.
Plenty of snacks over here on this side of the studio.
Caden Fanshaw, you're the biggest snack on that side of the studio. You heard it here first.
How about you over there? What's your favorite old tune that you grew up with?
Ooh, good question. I'm gonna have to go with Higher by Creed. They did a great performance at a football game back in 2001, you know, can you take me higher? That one, I'll go with that one. After this break, there's a penthouse for Falcons, and sadly, I still live in a basement.
Over to you on this side. What'd you have for breakfast today? Bet it wasn't one of these.
No, absolutely not. I had a coffee and a gas station pepperoni stick. You know, gotta give those cholesterol meds something to do, Caden.
What is one of your favorite jobs you've ever had over there? I gotta ask. Is it this one?
You know what? Just because my boss is watching, yeah, I'll say this one, Mr. Fanshaw. No, I'm just kidding, folks.
You're not from Prince George, but is there community art days in Etobicoke?
Oh, the Etobicoke jokes once again from Mr. Fanshaw. Fun fact, I'm actually not from Etobicoke. I am from Toronto, but no one in this office seems to listen to me about that. It's very frustrating, as my technical director laughs in my ear.
I know you're from Etobicoke over there, so you've probably never thrown an axe, have you?
Yes. My parents are currently living in Etobicoke, Ontario. This is true. But I'm not. I have an apartment and I live by myself. Hey, Caden, where are you living these days? It's his mom's house is where Caden lives, in case you were wondering.
No. Did you know a pickle could light up?
I did not, Caden Fanshaw, but that's very interesting. Maybe you could show me your light pickle sometime. Nope, don't say that on TV. This week on Entertainment Spotlight, it's time for a new movie in the Alien franchise. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just kidding. One take Eddie, baby.
One take Eddie. That's pretty good. Shout out to Director Alex.
That was great. Shout out to Director Alex. That was very lovely. Thank you very much. I'm getting emotional here, Caden. Yeah, you know what? Look, I want to take this time to thank first of all, not only the station and CKPG News as a whole for giving me and trusting me with this opportunity over the last 2 years. We have a dream job, you know,
yeah,
we make television every night. It's always been a dream of mine, and so I wanted to thank the station, Kevin Gemmell and Greg Fry, for giving me this opportunity, and then to the community of Prince George for opening your arms, for allowing me to grow in this position and trusting me with the news. You know, I know I've probably haven't been a perfect anchor. I've made some stumbles here with words and stuff like that, and maybe not all of you have enjoyed watching me, and that's okay. But I can say with all my heart that I've done my best to present the news in an honest way, and also try to make you laugh a little bit along the way as well. So thank you for watching over the last 2 years, and again, this has been a dream job. We have so much fun doing what we do, and
I'll ask you this. Yeah. Is there a favorite moment from the last 2 or so years in Prince George?
Favorite moments?
It's probably hard to narrow down to one.
You know, a couple of the, it's so hard. I mean, there's been some great, Anthony Correa and I had some great moments on air. A lot of fun working with him. He's now at our sister station, CFJC. But I'll have to go with some of the Cougars games. That run last year to the conference finals, I was at every game, and we were covering it a lot as well. And just the excitement, the buzz around the city, it was pretty special, and to watch the city get behind that team, that was a great run. But there's so many, it's kind of hard to narrow it down.
You know, I'll give you credit. Lots of people moved to Northern BC. You're from Etobicoke, for the record. I'll tell that one last time. But lots of people move to Northern BC and go, you know, this is a tough place to live. And I feel like you really embraced it, took the community by storm, and made a name for yourself here.
Well, you know, I appreciate that, Caden. And this definitely became a second home for me. And again, I wanted to thank everybody in Prince George for making me feel at home, and again, for watching over the last 2 years.
Yeah, good luck in Winnipeg. Gonna miss you around here. Honestly, I'm gonna miss our friendship, making fun of you a little bit. Who am I gonna make fun of anymore?
I know. Well, someone will come in and continue the news, and you'll be able to make fun of them. But it's been a pleasure, my friend, producer Alex. I love you, buddy. Thank you very much. I'm getting emotional, folks, but that wraps things up for us. Prince George, I will see you when I see you. Thank you very much.
Attaboy, Eddie.